Hey, what's up guys, Pelican here, another top-rated DB duel. So it looks like we have Unholy Souls and Evil Mermaids, both, wow, they both sound edgy as fuck, not gonna lie. So it looks like we have Evil Mermaids open up with Prep, Imperm, DD Crow, Rocks Rose, and Red Rose. And it looks like he has Tri-Brigade Merc Courier, Aliber, Edgem Chains, Crossout Designator, which is pretty good, and Imperm. So it looks like here we got, Despia versus B.A.S.E.D. Let's see what go ahead and happens. So it looks like our boy over here, Evil Mermaids, is starting off. He goes ahead and activates Prep. So from here, he's probably going to go and search Illusion of Chaos. He's going to use the effect of Illusion so he can grab Magician's Souls, which just makes perfect sense. He just puts it back, puts a card back, which is free. So he just puts, oh wow, okay. So he goes and activates Magician's Souls, sending an Illusion of Chaos from deck to grave. Normal summoning Red Rose, making Herald. Red Rose is going to go ahead and trigger right here. So you can go ahead and summon the pink one, Rocks Rose. Rocks Rose should trigger to go ahead and add Basil. Yep, Basil shoot Rose. That's going to go ahead and activate to summon Red Rose from grave. It's probably just going to, doesn't look like his hand is too strong. Yep, so he just makes Credit Plant. Alright, I'm kind of surprised he just did an impermanent here. I would have got rid of this. So that's a little surprising. I guess he'll just impermanent on his turn, which, I guess is the better play. So these do get banished, unfortunately, but that doesn't really matter, to be honest. It does kill the follow-up a bit, but with the Magician's Souls coming up next, too, he should be fine. So he draws Brain Dead Opening, which is fucking crazy, to be honest. So during the main phase, he imperms this guy. He probably should have activated this during standby, but, it is what it is. So he goes and activates Brain Dead Opening. So this right here is already a misplay. This is supposed to be banished because Herald is on the board, and I guess his opponent's just disregarding that. Hopefully he catches it. Oh, nope, he didn't catch it. Oh, and he's just gonna let it resolve. Okay, so he just doesn't notice it. So he goes ahead and activates Patchwork. Patchwork is gonna get him Poly and that. So yeah, so we're just not paying attention. All right. So he goes ahead and activates Aliber, but that's gonna get negated by Imperm. We can't let that card resolve. Looks like his opponent let that resolve too. He didn't want to cross out it. Fair. So he goes ahead and activates Poly, fusioning with, looks like the Comedy from board, or Tragedy from board, and the Chain and the Merc Courier, which, same thing. Those two should have been banished. But it is what it is. So he goes ahead and activates Guardian Chimera, as well as Aluber. DP is going to go ahead and pop the looks like the Aluber, which I'm not sure why he popped that, but alright. And he's going to go ahead and draw two and pop the Herald, which is a little unfortunate that all the... Yeah, so he's negating. Oh, no target for my arc. Just DP, okay. Alright, so Guardian Chimera is going to go ahead and attack over the Predaplant. Wow, okay, so there's a lot of fuck-ups here, but... it is what it is. So he top decks Rite of Asmir, which is fucking crazy. Definitely shouldn't be happening. He gets DPE back, which is crazy. So we have a set Crossout and a set Brain Dead Opening, which is really good. But that Herald thing really is probably gonna cost him a lot in the future. These free cards, like he wasn't even supposed to have Patchwork, so he wasn't even supposed to be able to fusion summon. But it is what it is. Phoenix Enforcer triggers popping the Crossout, and DPE is gonna trigger again in the grave. He goes ahead and activates Right. His opponent really can't do anything at this point. He has Brain Dead Opening, but he doesn't have any real disruptions. He just doesn't die this turn, which, it is what it is. So he summons this token, activates Illusion of Chaos to add Magician Souls, puts the Illusion of Chaos back. Magician Souls activates, sending that Illusion of Chaos to the grave. Summoning itself, this is going to go ahead and trigger to add him the Equip spell, and then discard the Equip spell and equip it to the token. And he's going to go ahead and add the Griffin Rider into his hand. And I'm sure after that resolves, he's going to go ahead and bounce a card, then send these two. So that's going to go ahead and equip to the token. And he's going to go ahead and chain Griffin Rider, which, you want to avoid that if possible. It's definitely not the best idea. But he targets a set with it. I'm not really sure why. I guess, I don't see how he's going to kill this. Maybe I'm just stupid, but... Alright. So he goes in and discards the Water Enchantress, which is so stupid, because that card is always live, it doesn't matter. Activates Magician Souls, sending those two cards so he can draw two, which is fucking nuts. Doesn't really draw the best, but he does have a normal summon of Snow that he's able to do. He can't activate it, but he is able to normal summon it. Alright, so he goes in and does a link 2, summons Hulk. Okay, so now we're gonna have more, you know, crazy plays. So he activates Dramaturge. So what Dramaturge does, because I don't even know what the fuck this thing does, you can target one effect monster on the field, negate its effects until the end of this turn, and because there's a fusion, synchro, XYZ, or link, which we have a link and a fusion, he's actually able to activate that card with no problem. What? What? Oh, I didn't know we could just take stuff back. Oh, he can't even summon Hulk. I mean, just goddamn. Alright, well, yeah. So he'll probably still negate this. But that's, you know, I guess there's fuck ups on both their ends, you know. He's not even supposed to have gotten this far, but there's fuck ups on his side too. Gonna summon Tragedy. And then, okay. Oh, he's thinking. Oh, this is a whole mess. We're just gonna go and fast forward through this. Okay, so he's gonna go ahead and negate Dark. He's gonna activate Water Enchantress to summon itself. Probably make a link 3. You have Celine. Probably gonna go into access code from here because there's nothing else really that's worth going into. Access code pop the Chimera. Probably not pop this. Does this have an effect? This card in the hand? No, it doesn't. Or maybe it doesn't have the material in the grave for it. I mean, he can pop it if he wants. So he's more than likely gonna pop both. Yeah. Oh, so he branded opening saves it. Does he have enough? So that's light and dark, but no, he doesn't have enough to pop both. So he pops what he can. He probably should have just popped this instead, so he could do damage by beating over this. But I don't think it's gonna matter from here. He beats over that because it only has 1500 defense, and then he attacks for 2k, attacks for 43. He summons Snow, and then that's lethal right there. So it looks like Evil Mermail's got game 1. That was a horrible fucking game 1, but he got game 1. There was so many like things going on that definitely shouldn't have happened. So it looks like we have Unholy Soul opting in to go first. So, oh my god, he's gonna actually destroy this guy. So he opens Water Enchantress. He does open the Draco back, but that doesn't fucking matter. He has Effect Veiler, Imperm, and Fusion Destiny with Draco back, which is pretty good. Then then our opponent over here, Unholy Soul, has Dramaturge, Edge and Chain, Summon Limit, Faithful Adventure, and Crossout. It's just crazy. He doesn't need, like, he already has the out for that. And you can't cross out the fucking Draco back, so I mean, actually, technically he can, but he's not gonna be able to. So he goes and activates it, searches Water Enchantress. That was always gonna happen. Discarding Edge and Chain, which is so busted. This interaction's so good. And then he's gonna go ahead and add his Fright for Patchwork, adding the other 2 cards right after, which is just so fucking stupid. So he goes in ahead and polys out the Edge and Chain and the Dramaturge, summoning Masquerade, and then triggering Fateful Adventure as well as that engrave, this guy engrave, to special summon himself. 3k attack, that's fucking massive. That's insane. And he's a good disruption overall too. So he goes ahead and banishes the Water Enchantress to add Rite of Asmir. So he's gonna go ahead and start doing the Brave plays. Oh no, he's not. I guess he's going to make, yep, he's gonna go ahead and summon Predaplant. Fair. Okay. And this should be able to come back. So while this card, okay. So if your opponent controls a Ritual Fusion, Synchro, or XYZ, a Link monster, you can special summon this but banish it when it leaves the field. So that card leaving literally never matters. So that does get Veilered, unfortunately, because he imperms it, chains cross out, he chains Veiler, which is super good for him in this situation. And I think he's probably just gonna, yeah, set Imperm, set the Draco back, and pass. So he top decks Snow, which isn't horrible, but it's not that good either. He activates Water Enchantress. He probably, I know he doesn't have cross out, but he does have the summon limit, but that's not going to matter because he already has Draco back. But even then, he still has it, so it doesn't really fucking matter. So he activates Rite of Asmir, summons his token, so activates Fateful Adventure. Fateful Adventure is going to go ahead and add Wandering Griffin Rider. He's going to discard the Draco back, and it's going to go ahead and equip to his boy. I'm going to chain Griffin Rider. So from here, he doesn't know he has summon limit, obviously, but he can try to attack one of the back row with this. Probably just gonna activate Fusion Destiny, and then he's gonna activate summon limit, and he'll have to negate it with Griffin Rider. That's more than likely what's gonna happen. It does. Oh no, he's gonna try to snipe one. He snipes. Okay, he just hits the Dramaturge instead, which is pretty smart. Activates Fusion Destiny. He activates. Oh, he's gonna just let it resolve. Okay, he didn't wanna chain summon limit, so he chained it after he sent the materials. Nice. Okay. Yeah, makes sense. So it's just going to get negated. Yeah. We were never letting this card resolve. Which, okay. So and then he activates Phoenix Enforcer. Popping himself. He didn't want to attack, I guess. You know, he just probably felt like he was above it. You know? He's probably afraid of Mirror Force or something. That's what I think happened. He goes main phase 2. Uses Graveyard and passes. You know, I don't know, maybe I would have set this, maybe I'm just stupid. But, yeah. Phoenix Enforcer does come back, so this is probably where, you know, his comeback's going to start. Because, you know, he has a way to get to Brain Diffusion. He really doesn't have any real disruptions, which is a nice thing, and he has Rite of Azure in his hand, so he's going to be able to actually start playing now. Not sure why he set the Draco back in reality. It doesn't really do him anything except try to, like, fool his opponent, maybe thinking he has more disruptions, but that doesn't do much. So he adds Brain Diffusion, activates... Oh, nope. He activates Brain Diffusion right after instead of Rite of Azure. Brain Diffusion is going to go ahead and resolve. It's going to go ahead and get him Snow and Fallen of Albaz in the grave. That's going to go ahead and summon Albion. Albion's going to go ahead and trigger. He's thinking if he should let this resolve or not. I don't know. I don't really think there's much he can do about it, to be honest. So I think he's just going to have to let it resolve. He's going to go ahead and pop. Is he going to pop the Albion, or he's going to chain Masquerade? Right? Go on. I don't really see the point in that, to be honest. So he pops Draco back and pops the Masquerade, which gets it banished, so that's pretty good. So he has to use the Albion from the field now instead, which is definitely pretty good. In this situation, he probably just should have let it resolve, to be honest. I don't know why. I guess he was afraid he wasn't going to be able to resolve the Masquerade after, which I guess can make sense. But he summons the Lubion. Lubion's going to trigger. I don't know why I summoned him in defense. I probably would have just put him in attack. But he's going to go ahead and trigger the Lubion. And Dracoback's going to actually trigger as well, equipping right back to the token, which makes us free. Dramaturge is also going to go ahead and come out, which is super nice for him in this situation. If he uses hand or field, use and send to the graveyard or banish, special summon. So that does come back. There's no way Evil Mermails wins this. I feel like his opponent just has an overwhelming advantage. He summons Ice Jade. Alright, so Ice Jade gets summoned. During the battle phase, he activates Ice Jade effect. Sends Brigadier the Glory Dragon. So you can special summon the Fallen of Albaz or add a Tri-Brigade to probably add the... Oh, wow, he's going to add the Tri-Brigade Murkrow guy, probably? Yeah. And this should be super lethal. I don't know why he didn't put this thing in attack, but yeah. Yeah, I definitely would have probably set the Snow, knowing this deck can pop off like really heavy off of just one Brain Diffusion. And then Snow's going to go ahead and trigger and finish him off for the rest. So he goes ahead and draws his next two cards, and that's game 2. So right now it's 1-1, Evil Mermails got game 1, Unholy Soul got game 2. Let's see what happens in game 3. So it looks like Evil Mermails opted in to go first. You know, he's playing B.A.S.E.D, he kind of has to. So let's see what they get. You got double Ash, wow. Illusion of double Illusion of Chaos, pretty good. And then Faithful Adventure, which, you know, could be a lot worse. Then he has, Super Poly, Albion the Shadow Dragon, Fallen of Albaz, Ash, and Rite of Azure. He just opened a wet dream of most Albaz players. The only thing he's missing is way to Brain Diffusion. So he activates Faithful Adventure, adding and discarding Water Enchantress. Water Enchantress is going to trigger, adding Rite of Azure. Rite of Azure is going to go ahead and trigger, doing a token, and then Faithful Adventure is going to trigger, adding him his equip spell. The only thing that does suck right here is he doesn't get access to Griffin Rider, but that doesn't really matter too much, to be honest. Alright, so he's going to go ahead and summon the Magician Souls. Magician Soul is going to go ahead and try to draw him 2. He's going to get Ash, unfortunately. Dracoback's going to go ahead and trigger, equipping to that. I think from here it's kind of just lethal for him. You know, he's got Ash, but that's kind of about it. But I guess his opponent doesn't have much either. So there is that. So activates Fusion Destiny, sends those 2. And he does play around with Super Poly by popping both the party opponent and himself, which is pretty good. So he comes back, but now any normal summon turns... Oh, what's this do? So you can send one Fallen of Albaz or Branded Spell or Trap from your hand or deck to the graveyard. If it's from the hand, special summon this card. If it's from the deck, place this card on the bottom of your deck. Then, if you place this card from your hand, draw one card. Okay, that's not bad. Sends Branded Opening. Draws Branded Fusion. That's wow, must be fucking nice. That's pretty good. If you didn't have double Ash, that would have been the best fucking draw ever. Activates Faithful Adventure. He's no effect of Fallen of Albaz. Triggers Faithful Adventure. Okay. No, it is what it is. I guess I can understand it. Adds Draco back to his hand. Activates Super Poly on 4. Yeah, it is what it is, man. Summons Ice Shade. So you can summon a Fallen of Albaz? Yep, you definitely can. Okay. Alright, on Resolution, he's going to go in and activate the effect to add a monster. Probably going to discard Rite of Azure, but I don't kind of see the point. right, to be honest. Okay, he adds Griffin Rider. And he has Brain Diffusion. Oh, he discards Brain Diffusion. Okay, I guess he doesn't lose to Ash here. That's kind of surprising. Alright. Token, yeah, Token comes out. And then he attacks for 3,000 to 2,000, 2,000, that's 7,000. Draws Imperm. Nah, there's really no way out of this. Yeah, Evil Mermail's definitely lost this. He says, sorry, the fuck you sorry for? But yeah, so it looks like Despia got one over. B.A.S.E.D. deck is super strong, as you saw. I fought through a lot, and you know, I guess B.A.S.E.D is a little bricky, so I can understand why. It's kind of running out of the meta right now. But that's it. See ya.